Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do a bunch of micro updates for you guys. I've actually been out of town for about 4 days, 4.5 days. And I know I've been posting a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I've been taking care of some things. I was actually in North Dakota, of all places, and just got back in late last night. Like my plane flew in like midnight, landed around midnight, a little bit past midnight, something like that. So I wanted to just come up here. There are some important things that need to be talked about. There's some important updates for some of these different platforms. For the rest of the week or moving forward, I'll probably do individual updates. Some of you guys like that. But I've been out for about 4 or 5 days. I figured, you know what, I'm not going to do like 10 videos today because I need to run around and take care of some things. So I might as well cram everything into one video and give you some micro updates, talk about some of these different platforms. Of course, it goes without saying before I get started, I am not a financial advisor. You should do your own research on anything that I talk about. And if you're going to get in, just know that these things carry risk and you should only be putting in risk capital. Also, follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit that subscribe button, also the little bell icon, so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So lots to talk about. Let's jump right into it. I don't know why I have wind binary first. I'm going to talk about them a little bit later. But yeah, the market, you take a quick look at the market real quick. It's going through a little bit of a recovery, it looks like. Last 7 days, Bitcoin is up 12%, back over 20,000. Ethereum looking strong, almost 50% up over the last 7 days at 1,500. BNB creeping ever so slowly back to that 300 mark, hopefully 16.7% over the last 7 days. So it looks like there's a little bit of a recovery going on. And like I always said, the market goes up and down, guys. Okay, everybody's in a panic when the market is dropping. But if you're smart and you're buying in on those prices and you're buying the dip when the price comes back up, and it will, it always does, right? You look at what's happened over the last couple of years, or just the history of crypto in and of itself. There's been a lot of dips, okay, but it always comes back up. Okay, of course, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't guarantee the future, right? Who knows what's going to happen? But if you just look at the historical data and kind of, you know, uh, make a call from that, you can see that Bitcoin, even though there's up, not Bitcoin, just crypto in general, even though it's up and down, up and down, up and down, over the course of time, it's always gone upwards, right? So you got to be smart. You got to buy these dips. When it's red, that's when you buy. When it's green, that's when you sell, right? If you're a hodler, right, like myself, then you don't even worry about these prices. You just store away your crypto, let it sit there. You're not going to look at it for 5, 10, 15 years anyway. Don't worry about it, right? Anyway, that being said, quick little, shameless plug right here. Some of you guys have been asking me, do I do anything else outside of crypto? Yes, I have a bunch of stuff that I do out of crypto. One of them is stacking precious metals, silver stacking. You want to check out this business opportunity that I have here. It's called Quicksilver. I will leave a link down below the link tree. Also, some of you guys have been asking me, what is a way that you can use your cryptocurrency? You can actually use a debit card. Okay, I use a couple of different debit cards, but one that I like to talk about here is unbanked, or used to be block card. Now the caveat for this is it's not available outside of the US yet. However, if you are in the US, what's good about this is a lot of states that usually don't have the ability to use crypto debit cards. This one services all those states, right? So this one here I've been using for a couple of years. You can, if you want to grab a link for this, I will leave it in the link tree as well. Not only can you take your cryptocurrency and transfer it over and use it anywhere that Visa is accepted, right? ATM, 7-Eleven, CVS, Walmart, Target, Macy's, et cetera, you can also get rewards. So whenever I use my crypto debit card, I earn 6.38% in crypto back because I'm taking advantage of this rewards platform. Anyway, onto the platforms, guys. Just a shameless plug right there. Let's take a quick look at Drip. Let me see here. Why am I not connected here? Give me a second. I was connected a second ago. Okay. I moved over to another wallet. All right, let me go back. 1 second here. Okay. All right, so let's take a quick look at the price of drip right now. $5.74. I thought I was buying it pretty cheap at $6.90 when I made a pretty big buy, and it's dropped again. So, might be a good buying opportunity. I don't know. I'm never going to tell you what to do, buy, sell. I'm never going to, tell you when to buy, tell you when to sell. That's your, that's your judgment call. You got to decide if you're going to do that. But these are some amazing prices right now for drip. And if you believe in the project, if you believe in the platform and the team, already what's going to be coming up. So, as I've always said before, I'm going to say it again. For me personally, I don't need drip to go to $100 or $200. I know some of you guys are like, well, it's going to be $1,000 token. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Okay. But at $15, $20, game over, right? Game over. Even at these prices, a lot of people are making bank with this. I mean, we're still obviously heavily invested in the faucet. Even at these prices, this thing just cranks out a couple $1,000s a day. I check out all my other accounts, a couple $1,000s a day. So it's still, a big revenue source for myself and for a lot of people. So if you want to load up on drip at this time, I get a kick out of people. Sometimes I'll do an airdrop and they're like, well, you're doing airdrops for people that have 100 drip deposited. I can't get in at that price, right? Or at the price that I got in, I was able to get 100 drip deposited. You can get 100 drip deposit now, with these prices, right? At $5 and change, per token, load up, right? Because I do want to help as many people as I can, but I obviously want to reward people that have at least 100 drip deposited, right? There's a theme there. If you look at the pattern of how I do airdrops, there is a theme there. Okay, I do lotteries for people. There's been people that have gotten airdrops for me that had 1 drip deposited and got 100 drip. You've seen that on my videos, right? So I've done a lot of crazy things, but there is a consistent pattern as far as people having at least 100 drip deposited. I probably hit them the most, right? Definitely, I'm going to be doing that for my for this account here. No, not this account. Let me switch over to my newest account here. All right. Connect. Yeah, so for definitely for this account right here, which is the new account that I'm building, I'm going to be doing a lot of rewards for people that I'm trying to reward certain behaviors. Okay. So anyway, that being said, I also had people ask me on Telegram too. I just wanted to address this. They're saying, hey, what's your schedule for airdrops? I'm thinking about joining your team, and I want to know about airdrops. First things first, usually when I get if that's the first message, I don't mind answering questions like that. But if that's the very first message I get from you and we've never met or I've never spoken to you before, so there's times where I don't even answer back. Okay. Because if the only thing you're looking for is airdrops, I'm probably not the guy for you, right? I do a lot of airdrops. I don't know if there's another person out there that does as much airdrops as me. I do a lot of airdrops. Okay. I mean, it's all on the blockchain. Some of you guys are Sherlock Holmes. You grab my wallet address, you're looking at stuff. Go look. I've done a ton. I do, and I continue to do a lot of airdrops. But if the only thing you're asking for is airdrops, then I don't know. You're just going to be upset. If a couple of days go by and I don't do an airdrop, or a week goes by, then you're going to be messaging me. I don't need the headache, right? Now that being said, if you want to use my buddy address, I'll hit you with airdrops. But build your account. That's one thing I've always said. Do the right things. Deposit. Get you some drip. Deposit. If you have the ability to refer people, build a team. The right behavior is always going to get rewarded. That's just the way it is. So this is the account. This is the address right here. Okay, 6633. This is the one I'm going to be putting a lot of focus on moving forward. And we're going to be building for there. Of course, if you're attached to me with my other buddy addresses, no worries. I'm always going to hit you guys with airdrops. So just do, just keep building, right? Animal farm. Let's take a look at pigpen. Again, this is a much slower paying part of the animal farm, but it pays, right? And again, I'm just kind of waiting to see what the new protocol is going to be that's going to be built on top of this. That's going to be very interesting to me because I do have 500 plus pigs staked in here, and I believe we'll be able to monetize that, in another way with this other game or contract that they're going to be building upon this. Okay, but typically I'll just grab my BUSD, right? I'll claim the BUSD, and then the pigs that I have here are just compounded back. So that's what's going on with Pigpen. Piggy Bank, this is doing its thing. Again, I haven't really checked this in a couple of days, so I should be compounding. So I'll do that off the video here, but you can see it's still paying out, doing its thing. And then obviously the drip garden. You see here $834. Price of drip, creeps the other way or starts reversing. Then these LP tokens are going to skyrocket, and the amount we're making obviously every day from the garden is going to skyrocket as well. But for now, I'm just kind of compounding into it, and kind of waiting to see what happens here with the farm. Again, we're all waiting to see when they're going to launch the farms and the pools, because we do have me personally, I have a bunch of dogs tokens that I want to be earning from. But while they're doing their thing, because I don't think it's going to be ready to launch for a couple of weeks. We're just going to keep building our position in drip and doing our thing over here. All right, let's talk about Avarice token. Okay, now Avarice, obviously there's the BUSD side. They paid out their first, not their first, I think they're up to their second or third div payment for their BUSD stake, and we'll take a look at that here. I was actually out of town, so I didn't make any videos, but I'll show you here what I've been doing with it. But before we do that, you can see here that they have let me see here, let me see if I have, let me go back, give me 1 second, let me switch over to my other wallet. Okay. All right. Constantly maneuvering through wallets, man. It's not easy. All right. So BUSD. I know they're injecting BUNB. They're doing the buybacks. I believe yesterday's, if you look at their Telegram, I believe they injected $43,000 worth of BNB into the lobby. So they are, showing love to the BNB side. But the BUSD side, they're obviously showing a lot of love to as well. I think the team is injecting $50,000 worth of BUSD, I think for the next 14 days. Or when they made that announcement, I think as I'm making this video, I think the next 13 days, something like that. They are injecting quite a bit in there. So yeah, let me collect some of these BNB divs. I got about 4.2, if you add that up, about 4.2 BNB. All right, so there's still there's still BNB divs getting paid out on the BNB side. I'm just gonna restake these tokens. You see here, as the tokens go back into my wallet, I'm just gonna restake them, because what else can I do with them but restake them, right? So cool thing I like about this, guys, unlike other models like this, is they're not on the DEX, right? You look at some of the other models that are similar to this, because they're on a DEX, you see some of their lobbies hurting a little bit, because why get it from a lobby when you can get it from PancakeSwap? Of course, there's different incentives to go into the lobby. I get that, but with Avarice, there is no other, there's no other option. You can't go to a DEX. There's no liquidity anywhere, so you're forced to go into the lobby. Now, does that mean that it's risk-free and the lobby is always going to go up and it's never going to go backwards? No, there's always going to be some form of risk. It can be cyclical, right? It can go back down and then it can go back up. We've seen that before, right? Namely with T2X. But the fact that people can't get this on PancakeSwap and they have no other option to get it, and it forces them to go to the lobby, I think it's definitely a good thing, right? So got about 353,000 tokens here. And we'll just restake that. And we'll take a look at the BUSD side, which is probably what you're probably more interested in. Okay, so let's go to the USD side. All right, so here's my $50,000 stake. I'm already at $30,000 worth of USD divs. So what is that, 60%? So we're a little bit over 60% made in, I think, 2 days. It's only been, am I right? No, 3 days. It might have been 3 days, 2 or 3 days. I gotta go. I really gotta pay attention to this, right? First day coming back from, out of town, and I'm kind of seeing, I got to get acclimated to, getting back into this groove. But yeah, you can see here 60% worth of divs paid out already. Another big thing is the lending side is working. Okay, so the lending side is fully functioning. At least, that was their announcement. I haven't done anything. You can see here there's been already 62 overall fulfilled loans. I haven't, loaned or anything like that yet, but that's something that I probably will dabble in. But I'm going to go ahead and stake these tokens right here. But you can see here, Avarice is doing its thing. I'll be doing videos for this moving forward. So yeah, if you want to check this out, always use a link when you go into the lobby so you get a little bit of a kickback. And then, figure out what your strategy is. Are you doing longer stakes, shorter stakes? Are you, doing one big stake? Are you doing a bunch of smaller ones, dollar cost averaging in? Everyone's different, guys. So you got to figure out what your deal is and what you're going to be doing with it. We'll be talking more about Avarice throughout the week, so stay tuned for that. BNB miner, you can see here, the contract is just under 9,000 BNB. This was at 11,000 a week ago, something like that. So yeah, we're just kind of watching the contract a little bit. You can see here, I have 2 BNB in my barrel that I can either throw back in, right, compound, or I can withdraw. So obviously, if I start withdrawing and withdrawing and withdrawing, my TVL is going to drop and my percentage will drop. So I'm kind of watching this just a little bit. Not that I won't withdraw. I'm a big believer in locking in profits, but I do want to watch this a little bit and see where this goes. That being said, I'll be updating you with a possible strategy, as we move forward with BNB miners. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Make sure you're plugged into our Telegram and subscribed. Rex, quick update here: $43,000 worth of BUSD in the current auction. There's about 2.5 hours left in the current auction. So, the auction has been pretty low. Could be a good opportunity to snag up a bunch of these tokens. The price in general has dropped quite a bit. But that's normally how it is. You know what I mean? Even Hex, not that this will do what Hex does, but it is, Hex on BSC, right? At least that's what people are calling it. Even Hex was kind of flatlined for about 6 months before it spiked and had, its hyper boom. Now, again, I don't know if that's going to happen with this, not guaranteeing you that. There were certain mechanics and there were certain things that Hex had that, Rex may not. But I've always said, if Rex does just a fraction of what Hex did, there's going to be a lot of happy people. So again, we're still, obviously invested in this. We're watching it pretty closely. We're staked out. And, just remember, there are big paydays still being paid out for this, quite a bit. So if you want to get that, make sure you go to the auction and you stake, straight away for more than 222 days. Okay. If you pull it out and you take it liquid, you're disqualified. Your wallet is disqualified from big payday moving forward. Also, if you stake it straight away, but less than 222 days, you're also disqualified. Okay. So just giving you a heads up on that. All right, so let's move on to Novatech. Okay, now Novatech, you can see here Novatech, Novatech is doing its thing, right? What was the payout? I usually do a video on Fridays, but I was out of town. I believe the payout, if I go to their Telegram, it was 3.27% for last week. So that's strong. This thing has been averaging around 3% for the last 3 years. And last week they were above 3%, and the market wasn't so great, right? It was a little bit of a recovery. We'll see what it is this week, because if the market is doing as good as I showed you, who knows? Maybe we'll get 3%, 3.5, 4%. Maybe. I know It's paid out 4%. I think the week before last, it paid out 4%. But this is doing its thing. It's just, it's in the background, it's paying out, it's doing its thing. One thing is, if I go to rank achievement, because you can track your rank here in your dashboard. One second here. Let me check here. Okay, so you can go to rank achievement, and then you can track what title you are, and then what is your next title. Now, if you're purely passive and you just want to receive 3%, the average of 3% a week, this is probably not going to be that big of a deal for you. However, if you are building a team, and some of you guys are building teams, you probably want to track your title, because that's based on your title. There are some affiliate things that will affect you. You'll get paid more as you move through the ranks. But one thing I want to show you here is my next title. Me personally, my next title is junior executive. I'm a platinum. You can see here you fulfill certain requirements. It leaves a green check mark, right? So there's 2 ways to hit platinum. They give you both ways. But one here for my next rank is going to be junior executive. Website's a little bit slow. But yeah, you'll see here that for me to hit junior executive, I've hit all the other requirements except for one, which I do have to have a platinum associate in my downline. And that's something I'm very interested in doing, right? I want to help somebody. Okay, we don't know who, but I want to help somebody become a platinum associate. That way it's twofold, right? It's to help them, right? But there is also a motivator for me, because if I help them hit platinum, it helps me hit junior executive. So, we're going to be figuring out, I'm going to, brainstorm a little bit. I'm going to figure out how I can help a few people. I might play some volume. I might start building underneath somebody. I don't know yet. I got to, really look at the tree. And obviously I'm going to be helping people that have, the people that are close to platinum, right? Like if somebody has, a team that they're building underneath them, or they have a volume underneath them, and I could just kind of help them move along a little bit faster. I'll probably, help that person out. Maybe I have 2 or 3 people like that. We'll see. But yeah, that's something I definitely want to do, is I want to help somebody become a platinum associate in the downline. So we'll talk about more about that on the Novatech video. But that's something I wanted to just bring to your attention. Now would be a great time to join our team, because I do have an incentive here. I do have a what's the word I'm looking for? I have motivation to build underneath people, because it helps them and it helps me, right? So we'll talk about that more when we talk about Novatech. Let me talk about funds. Hold on a second. Let me just, okay. All right, so funds right here, you can see we are receiving staking rewards. This is another one I usually do videos for on Fridays. That's when they do the passive payout. I wasn't able to, but last week it paid out 3.14%. So this is another one that averages around 3%, and it's been paying above the 3% a week. So 3.14%, super happy with that. Here you can see that there's the passive payout right there. Withdrawals are super quick with this. Again, you have to put your USDT TRC wallet address in your back office, copy and paste it in there, because that's how they do their deposits now, because of the whole coin payments issue. But just wanted to bring that to your attention, just in case you missed my last update. Also, this has a matrix, right? Again, I've been meaning to do a matrix video. I'll probably do it this week, but this does have a matrix that you can build out. That is another thing on top of the passive side, okay? Because if you want to be purely passive, you can earn an average of 3% a week based on, how much you are staking. But there are some of you guys that are interested in building a team, right? Like we have somebody who, they came from Forsage, right? Forsage was a company that was huge like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't even remember. They were huge, right, around the world. They were probably the biggest platform at the time, like hundreds of thousands of people. I think they had millions of people in, that were in that thing. She actually has about a team of about 100,000 people, that she was from there. And she was asking me about the matrix and how it works. Can I teach her how to do it? She probably has way more experience on building matrices than me. But my point being is that there is a component to this that would be attractive to a certain demographic of people who are looking to get into a matrix. So I got a Zoom with her. Probably going to be putting her into this thing pretty soon. Again, now is the time to get in, because again, all of that falls up underneath people because of the way the force matrix works. But again, if you want to be passive, you can do that too. All right. All right. So Pegasus, let's talk about Pegasus, guys. Okay. $1,154 in our balance. This one here has just been doing its thing. They are paying their rewards. They're doing like an incentive, a promo incentive right now. I got to double check. I heard about it. Somebody messaged me about it, but I think they're doing a promo incentive for people that are depositing. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let me withdraw. So far, so good. All the withdrawals have been, they've been pretty fast. The website is a little quirky, though. It's a little bit slow, but there it goes. So I just did it. You see that? I just did it. Some of you guys maybe you guys haven't heard that because I didn't enable sound, but you see here, if I go to this wallet, there it is. Let's scroll down. Received a few seconds ago, 0.049. That's it right there. So that's how fast it comes, right? The website itself hasn't even stopped. Look, it's still spinning. There it goes. So before this thing stopped spinning, I already got the withdrawal. So the instant withdrawals are working for this thing. And this thing has been pretty awesome. Again, these platforms pay until they don't. So, enter at your own risk, only put in what you can afford to lose. You can see here, I'm way in profit right now. And if you guys started this when I first started talking about it, chances are you'd be in profit as well. But yeah, Pegasus is doing its thing. Now this is another platform that reminds me of Pegasus, because it's an instant payout platform as well. This one you can earn 1.4% all the way to 2.4% daily. I'm going to withdraw. I got about 0.36124, which I think is what is that, $800? $800, give or take. $800. Let me grab this. Go here. This is my address right here. Confirm. It's about $800, give or take, a Bitcoin. This one here is starting to build up some steam. When I talked about this, it was about 7 days old. Could be still early days, right? Don't wait till it's already been running for like a month. Some of you guys wait till it's like a month running, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna get in now. Get in when we first talk about, well, do whatever you want to do. It's your money. There it is. I heard that little cha-ching sound, beautiful sound from Exodus. And you can see here. So this was the one from Pegasus. This is the one from Polynor, right? That was Bitcoin. I could also withdraw Litecoin here. You can see I'm building up balances here. Litecoin, there's BNB here that I can withdraw. So I'll probably do off the video here because it's all pretty much the same. I have USDC, also Cardano. So to withdraw that, like for example, if I wanted to withdraw the BNB, go here, same thing. You put in here 0.222737. You put your wallet address, right? Your BNB wallet address, confirm withdrawal, and boom, you're ready to go. Instant withdrawal. So you can withdraw all these different coins, right? Just make sure you're using the appropriate wallet, and you should be good to go. Again, this one here, I got a $10,000 deposit. I'm getting I think 1.6% a day. And it's been working like clockwork. Everything's been working smooth. So if you want to check this out, I'll leave a link down below as well. All right, let's talk about Team Validus. I like that one better. Let me make it a little bit darker. So this one here we're building out. As you can see here, we're starting to build out the binary. The binary structure starting to build out a little bit. There is a matrix to this as well. Got about, let me see here. If you go to the wallets, let me log back in. I wanted to show you our first passive payout. We got our first passive payout. All right. All right, so we're logged back in. So this one here, you go to wallets. For this, you can take your active wallet, the contents of your active wallet and the contents of your reward wallet, and transfer it over to your cash wallet. And from here, from your cash wallet is where you're going to withdraw. Okay. So you know what? I was going to do this on video. I just realized it's going to ask me for 2FA. And for this one, I have it attached on my other phone, which I don't have with me, right? It's in the other room. So I'll probably withdraw this, you know, at a later time. But that's not important. What's important here is this. Roll down to bonuses. Got my first passive payout of 2.3%. So again, this one you average 2 to 3% a week. And I got my first passive payout. Now, if you've been following my short journey so far, I've only started with this, but I do have multiple accounts. So all my accounts obviously receive 2.3%. So yeah, this thing here is doing its thing. I believe this thing has the ability to be here for a while. I'm not gonna, you know, say it's gonna be here for 10 years or 20 years, right? That's crazy, right? Who knows what's gonna happen? But I definitely think this has the ability to stick around for a bit because, you know, just the way they have their payouts set up, it's not ultra crazy, the amount of you know, percentages. So you know, I think it has this the ability to be sustainable. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update. 2.3% for Validus doing its thing. If you want to join our team, I will leave a link down below. So yeah, super excited about that. Bonanza, just wanted to give you an update on Bonanza. They are upgrading to their new back office. They have a pretty good back office here, right? But it's pretty basic. They wanted to upgrade it and make it look really nice. And they have, you know, they wanted to give people the ability to pull reports, you know, look at their downline, look at their volume, et cetera, et cetera. You can't do that here. I mean, you could do what you need to do. You can withdraw and all that stuff. But they wanted to update their back office. So they're doing that currently, I believe, right now. So I think the next 48 to 72 hours, they will be migrating to their new back office. Okay. So just a quick heads up on that part. But yeah, Bonanza, this is another one here that I think has the ability to be around for a bit. I've done a review for them. You can check that out on my channel. Yeah, and this one, again, this one here, if something were to happen and you wanted to get your deposit pulled out of the platform, no questions asked, they will do it and give you back 80% of your deposit. If there's a death in your immediate family and you can provide them with a death certificate, they'll give you 100%. Not that you're, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, you should be pulling out of these platforms, right? But at least you have the option to, if something were to happen, if there was an emergency. Not too many platforms allow you to do that, right? So some of these quote unquote lower paying platforms that only give you 10, 12% a month, you know, the cool feature about it is you can pull your deposit out. Same can be done with Novatech, right? You can pull your deposit out. Here you can do that as well. Again, this one just started. I think it's a month and a half old. So this one here is very new. They have a physical office. We talked about that on our video. So I mean, lots of cool stuff that they have with them. But I'll give you more of an update with them when I do a standalone video. Quick update for Wind Binary. This one here, they are launching this on the 25th. So I believe that's Monday, next Monday. They're going to be launching it at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a fair launch. You'll be able to get your tokens and put it into the miner. So I'll do a standalone video for them. But I do want to give you an update for them because some of you guys may have bought into the private sale and you're wondering, hey, you know, is this thing going to launch? Because it was supposed to launch last week, or not last week, yesterday. They're going to extend it for a week. It's going to be launching this upcoming Monday, okay, at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so last but not least, I know I've been giving you a lot of micro updates, but a lot has gone on in the last four and a half days. But this is another platform I just jumped into, guys. This is another platform where you can receive about 12.5% a month. If you build out 4 accounts, if you build out 1 account, it's 7%. But if you build out a 4 account structured, right? They have a strategy where you can do that, and you can, I show you how to do that in my video. Actually, you can see here, this is my fourth account. You can actually receive 12.5%. This one just started, like literally there's less than 200 people in it. Um, there's a lot of, there's definitely transparency. I'm not going to say there's whole lot of transparency, because even though the CEO and the CTO, I've seen them on a Zoom, they don't show their face, but they're speaking. But there's other representatives that do show their face. But this one here, again, it's fairly, it's brand new, less than 200 people in it, and this one here does have the potential, I believe, to be around for quite a bit. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and up our deposit. I'll do that on a separate video. If you want to check out TT platform, I will leave a link down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you a bunch of micro updates, and then as we move forward throughout the course of this week, we'll start doing some individual updates, and just kind of take you guys along with me on this journey as I build out these different platforms. These things are paying me passive income, even though the market hasn't been the greatest, up until the last couple of days. These platforms have been paying out, and we've been making a ton of passive income every single day with them. So yeah, it's good to be diversified. At least for me, that's my strategy. But yeah, we'll talk about strategy on another video. All right, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon, follow me on Telegram. If you want to check any of these things out, I will leave the links down below in the link tree. As always, do your own research and only put in what you can afford to lose. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.